And welcome back to another video, guys. Today it's another unedited Champions League prediction because I've left it early again. I've left it late again, not early. If it was early, I'd be able to edit it and that, But I left it late again. I left it to the day of the Champions League. Not at time, but we're just going to rush it, get it out quickly. So, we're going to just start with, before getting the predictions, just going to say, last week, for the Champions League predictions, we got 3 out of 16. I said I wanted to get over 3 because the week before that, I got 3. So 2 weeks in a row, I've got 3 out of 16 correct for these scores. So let's hopefully get at least 4 up this time. So let's start off with the first game of today, which will be Shakhtar versus Mönchengladbach. Well, if you look back, last week Shakhtar drew 0-0 and Mönchengladbach drew 2-2 to Real Madrid. So, with that being said, and with looking in the group, it is first versus second, and I feel Shakhtar are going to win. They are going to win. This is actually quite a tough one to predict because it could go either way. But just simply because Shakhtar seem decent right now. Like they beat Real Madrid, they kept a clean sheet against Inter. I'm going to say they're going to win 2-1. So Shakhtar to win 2-1. Next up is Lokomotiv Moscow versus Atletico Madrid. Now, Lokomotiv Moscow lost 2-1 to Bayern. Atletico won 3-2 against Salzburg. The Atletico match is actually one of the results I got correct, actually, with a 3-2. So they've conceded a lot of goals. In 2 games, Atletico conceded 6. I think it's 6 anyway. Yeah, they have. And Lokomotiv Moscow have conceded 4. Both teams have scored 3. On paper, Atletico should be the better team, but just when you look at I can't speak. If you look at it this way, Lokomotiv Moscow scored, had only lost 2-1 to Bayern, yet Atletico lost 4-0 to Bayern. So Lokomotiv probably better at defending, but Atletico are better at attacking, I might say. So this could go either way, but I have no doubts that Atletico can't win. So I'm going to say Lokomotiv Moscow 1, Atletico Madrid. With the Suarez, Joe Felix, Diego Carlos? What am I saying? Diego Costa, Carrasco, etc. I think Lokomotiv Moscow 1, Atletico Madrid 3 or 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, we know España. Espanol. I'm going to stop speaking because I look like an idiot. But then next up is Salzburg versus Bayern. I think this is a simple one, guys. I think this is a simple one. The question is, will Salzburg score? And I'm going to say no. I'm going to say Bayern Munich to win 3-0. I want to say 3-1 so badly, but I'm going to stick with 3-0. Okay, we're going to stick with that. Next up after that is Real Madrid versus Inter Milan. Real Madrid, again, on paper, should win. But they've played 2 Champions League games, lost and drew. They've not won a single Champions League game yet. And Inter, I think they drew both of their games, so they've not lost it and they've not won either. Another game that could go either way. It's so difficult because it depends. If Benzema has a class game, he could get a hat-trick. If Lukaku has a class game, he could get a hat-trick. Either team can win this game. So, with that being said, I think I'm going to have to go with a draw. I think I'm going to say Real Madrid 2, Inter Milan 2. We're going to have to go with a draw. Next up is Manchester City versus Olympiacos. Now, I think this is just a simple game because Man City in the last game won 3-0 against Marseille, and then Olympiacos lost 2-0. Therefore, I'm going to say Manchester City 4, Olympiacos 0. It's just simple as that. Porto and Marseille next. One lost 3-0, one won 2-0. I think Porto are the better team out of the two, and I'm going to say Porto 2, Marseille 1. Next up is the big game that I'm ready to watch. My Liverpool brothers are playing Atalanta. That's right, guys and girls. It's Atalanta versus Liverpool. Who wins? Who actually wins? I've looked at stats. Atalanta last season, high scoring team in the Serie A with 98 goals in 38 games. I think Juventus had like 68. Like they scored like 30 extra goals. Atalanta are undefeated. I mean, so we won 2, lost 0, drew 0. They've won 1, drew 1, lost 0. They've got a better goal difference than us. In the Serie A right now, as well, they have 17 goals in 6 games. 17 goals in 6 games. And then if you look at Liverpool, in 7 games, we've got 17. They've had 1 less game than us and scored the same amount of goals as us. They're a good team. They score apparently at least 3 times in a game. They score at least 3 goals a game. And if we're putting players in like Reece Williams, 18 or 19-year-old centre-back, we're going to be in danger of conceding goals. But I have faith. Tsimikas is back. Naby Keita is back. Joel Matip is back. Shaqiri is out of the basement performing. Diogo Jota is scoring. We are going to be fine, I hope. But I do think this is going to be goals. I think this could be goals. Oh, but then again, it's one of them games. It can go either 2 ways. There will be goals. It'll end 3-2, 4-2, 5-3, 5-4, 4-3. And it'll be goals galore. Or it'll go a different way, where it's 2-1 or a 1-0 victory. Or even 0-0, you know. And it'll be quite level-headed. So I think it's going to be the level-headed way. I'm going to say the level-headed way because that's the more safe answer. It's safer than saying it's going to end 4-2 because it's a bit safer. So we're going to stick with safe. We're going to say Atalanta 1, Liverpool 2. Honestly, I think we're going to be fine. I think we'll stick a normal team out. We'll have Reece Williams in, you know. We'll bring on players as well. You know, because if you start like, trying to think, like Henderson, Wijnaldum, Milner, you can still, and then you have Firmino up there. It's Jota and Shaqiri that are on the bench, and Naby Keita's on the bench, and so on. You have players to bring on. In the opposite way, you have still players to bring on. Liverpool are a solid team, Atalanta are a solid team, but I think it's going to end Atalanta 1, Liverpool 2. Next up is from the same group, and it's Midtjylland versus Ajax. Now, I just think Ajax are going to destroy them. I want to say 10-0, okay, but I'm not. I'm going to say... Do I say it? You know what? We just go out there. 4-0 to Ajax. 4-0 to Ajax. I'm just putting that out there. I'm just going to say it. Next up is the tomorrow games. And it is Istanbul versus Manchester United. Now, I'm so wanting to say Istanbul. But I know what United are like. They'll get a hat-trick of penalties. They'll die. They'll pay the ref off, pay the linesman off, and win 6-7-0. But just because I hate them so much, and I just don't respect what they do, they get a penalty every game. And honestly, if you're a United fan and you watch, you have to know that. You literally cannot be biased. You have to understand that they get a penalty every game. They play a game, they get a penalty. It gets the 88th minute and you're like, oh, they've actually not had a penalty. Oh, wait, they just got a penalty. They can't go through 90 minutes without having a penalty. Brighton, you look at the Brighton game. Was it 2-2? 1-1? I can't remember. But it was drawn. The match ended, but they still got a penalty. They can't go without a full game without having a penalty. They're going to get a penalty. I just know it. Whether it's a handball, or it's a dive, or it's actually a clean tackle, they're going to get a penalty. So we have to put 1 goal there for the penalty. But you know what? I'm going to say Istanbul are going to get 1 goal as well, and it's going to be 1-1 the match. I believe in Istanbul. They're going to defend so much and get a draw at the game. 1-1, I'm going to say. Next up is Zenit versus Lazio. And I feel like this is another one that can go either ways. Last week, Lazio drew 1-1. Zenit lost 2-0. But they only conceded the goals the last couple of minutes, wasn't it? Yes, 78th minute, they conceded a penalty, the 90+1. So they do some great defending, and they've got Dejan Lovren. It's Dejan Lovren versus Lucas Leiva. Which one of them two are going to be unlucky? Unlucky. Which one's going to be unlucky? I'm going to say none, because I'm going to say Zenit 2. Lazio 2. I'm going to take a draw in that match. Next up is Barcelona versus Dynamo Kiev. And now I'm just going to say 5. I'm going with another wild one. Barcelona 5. Kiev 0. No offence to Kiev, but I just feel like they could do that. Barcelona type of team that can do things like that. Then next up is, I hate saying this, I can't say it, Ferencváros versus Juventus. And I'm going to say 4-0 to Juventus. Why not? Next up, Club Brugge versus Borussia Dortmund. And we're going to say Club Brugge 1. Borussia Dortmund 3. So that's quite fair, you know. Bruges 1, Dortmund 3. That's quite fair. Next up is Sevilla versus Krasnodar. And I'm going to say Sevilla 4, Krasnodar 1. 4-1 victory for Sevilla. Then we go to Chelsea versus Rennes, or Rennes, however you want to say it. And I think it's going to be another Chelsea 3, Rennes 1. Then last but not least, RB Leipzig versus PSG. Now this one can go either ways, but because it can go either ways, I'm going to stay safe and I'm going to say a draw. I'm going to say Leipzig 2, PSG 2. Now we're going to go over and just say what we said. So we said the Shakhtar and Borussia Mönchengladbach, but I can't speak. Please help me to speak. Shakhtar and the Borussia Mönchengladbach game would end 2-1 to Shakhtar. Then we said Atletico Madrid will win 3-1 against Lokomotiv Moscow. Then Bayern will win 3-0. Real Madrid and Inter will draw 2-2. Then Manchester City will win 4-0. Then Porto will win 2-1. Then Liverpool will win 2-1. Then Ajax will win 4-0. Then Istanbul and Manchester United will draw 1-1. I don't know if I keep doing that. I don't know. Then Zenit versus Lazio will end 2-2. Then Barcelona will win 5-0. Juventus will win 4-0. Dortmund will win 3-1. Sevilla will win 4-1. Chelsea will win 3-1. And Leipzig and PSG will draw 2-2. So they are my predictions. If you agree, if you don't agree, what would you change? Put down in the comments. Like, subscribe if you do enjoy the content. There's another video coming out very soon. Today as well. The same day as this comes out. Another one will come out about 2-3 hours after it. For important actually. It's for Wednesday and Saturday. So and onwards. So yeah, make sure you stick around for that video. If you're not subscribed and you're scared of missing that important video, then hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. And it's been your boy Adversaire76. Sorry that it was another unedited and quick video. Not a time again, but we will do some Premier League predictions and hopefully they are actually edited. So yeah, it's been your boy Adversaire76 and I will see you soon. Goodbye.